Hi there, it's Mike Ford in Texas, your angel intuitive. And I'll try one more time. With Facebook, with this countdown timer, I'm still trying to get it right. 8 weeks in. Welcome to my Facebook live stream. I'm Michael André Ford in Texas. Again, some technical difficulties, so I've gone ahead and deleted something minutes that I just did. I'll start over. I'm your angel intuitive, if you want to call me that. I'm your go-between, your guide. How about that? Your guide to experiencing more. And what does more translate to? You get to get out of what you know, get out of thinking. We all know it can be pretty rigid. We can be pretty harsh to ourselves and to others. At times, it happens. It's thinking. It's not going to quite go away in our lifetime, but 10% less thinking a day is going to make all the difference in the world. Come to me. Get to me, whether you show up on my lawn and you booked a service, you're showing to the house, pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, probably not during the pandemic. Grab me on Zoom, FaceTime, Skype, video chat works great. I help you let go and experience more. So you get to meet angels, other unconditional love beings, just beyond what we know as human beings. You get any answers to any questions. You get hugs. See who you're listening to and talking with. Two-way conversation. You only need to know how to operate pen and paper, how to get out of here long enough, and I'll help you with that as well. You have to have the express intent to get outside of what you know. Think of all those experts out there. I don't care if it's a sports expert, a scientist telling you how it is, how it isn't. It's hard. You've got a certain role in society, the way you view yourself, your identity as a parent, as a who tells everybody else you're no good and the way you think is wrong, to a sports person. You ebb and flow as an athlete. I'm here to help a person get out of what they know to experience more. There's involved. You get answers, you get hugs. Those hugs can become healing. You get to meet 55 plus angels. It's more like 100 plus. You get to meet Dull Knife, Red Shirt, Geronimo, 3 Native American unconditional love spirit guides, Crazy Horse, Black Elk, figures from Ganesh, Krishna, Lakshmi, Sri Kaleshwar, Sri Shirdi Sai Baba, Mother Teresa, and others. You can meet fairies. You can meet your guardian angel. You can meet a jinn who's East Asian mysticism. You can meet Mary. If I already said Jesus and Muhammad and Buddha, Kuan Yin, Chögyam Trungpa, Tibetan Buddhist monk. He is fantastic. Passed away in 1987. Meet Audrey Hepburn, an angel. She's been passed over for 25 plus years. If you need a way to grapple or grasp this all, picture something that separates the other side from us, even though there's no real space or time. I pull back the veil. I help you get here where there's no limits. You ask, you receive, you get your answers. Yes, you listen looking at photos at first. I got lucky with the camera. There's 15,000 photos. You only need 1 or 2 to get started. Meet 1 or 2 angels. Get your hugs. As soon as you start taking your baby steps, you're like, whoa, mini miracles. This is for real. I can't believe it. You're still going to be trying to grasp it during the service and even afterwards. And a lot of people who do the service afterwards still have a hard time ever getting back to me again. So luckily, I charge you these days. I did it for free for 7 or 8 years. I've helped a few thousand folks. People can do this as a group. I have 50 plus testimonials from a NASA oceanographer who's also a near-death expert to a Hollywood film director, to Jonathan Ellerby, who's head of the Althea Center in Denver, used to be at Canyon Ranch, their spiritual director, I think, for 4 years, to an Omega Institute booker, to a Kripalu co-founder. I've helped 4 people on the faculty at 1440 Multiversity. I've done a really good job. They remind me of Alternatives UK. What a great stable of self-help, woo-woo-woo, spiritual, religious, nutrition experts that are available as soon as the pandemic lifts. But I want you to think about all the experts out there, whether it's Tony Robbins. Esther Hicks does such a great job. You go to one of her seminars, The Presence, but you still have to listen to them, and they're pointing in the right direction. Get their books. Do their audio material, especially Eckhart Tolle. Listen to his voice. The presence alone of someone else that you like or can relate to, or just their vibration, their feeling, comes in and helps you lighten up. That stuff's fantastic. But that's also a little bit of the landscape today. It's the 1800s. It's the telegraph. We're not talking cell phone or advancements that way. We're talking, when you sit with a person face to face, it's so different than using a cell phone. It's so different than sending a telegram. The point where mankind can do a little less thinking, a little more compassion for self and for others. It's just a little more kindness, taking a breath, taking a time out from all the stresses. And most of our stresses are actually created by our thinking. There's something being offered. A person merely needs to slow their roll long enough to get here, laugh a little bit about the situation, meet angels, meet a Native American chief, meet a jinn who represents East Asian mysticism, meet Plato, Seneca, the philosophers. No hugs for Plato. Get your answers, get your hugs, and see full on. You can see whether it's, if you're gung-ho and really intuitive and off the charts open, you can see 5 feet away from you. If you need to, you can see 2 or 3 football fields away. It's my job to help you let go and get past what you know, and to receive your answers, get your hugs, and to allow the full you here to expand. You no longer need me anymore to do your own listening in the future. You can sit down. How do you think Einstein got his answers, or maybe Walden, or Thoreau, sorry, whoever I'm trying to say, you get the idea. But throughout history, certain folks have been doing this. Now it's available to everybody. You simply have to get past all the lingo, get past all the structure, all the organizations. I'm not knocking the self-help woo-woo spiritual landscape with all the authors and everything else. They serve a purpose. Anybody who finds Byron Katie should absolutely engage Byron Katie, get all her stuff. Eat, Pray, Love, Elizabeth Gilbert, whether it's the movie or the book, do it. Read some of our other stuff, Brene Brown. But at some point, you're going to fill up on all the books, get a bookshelf going behind you, and you still haven't met a single angel, Mother Teresa, Sai Baba, anybody. Why not meet the actual experts? Don't listen to me. I try to tell you very little. I try to help you stay motivated, though, and stay open, and try to help you catch your thinking when you start to shut down again or you say you can't. It's a little bit like being a fitness coach and you're, out to do some push-ups and do calisthenics and go for a run and everything else. Look, we all think we have limits, and we all have a lot less limits than we realize. So again, this is an incredible experience that you can do as a group. Again, you can have a shared impossible experience of meeting angels, getting answers, getting hugs, and seeing full on. And if you really want to let go and you see a couple angels, you can have a passed over relative come through as well. Let angels handle it for you. This is something, again, that is so big, it's hard for the wellness publishing resort business to grasp. It's a lot. It's a lot for me to grasp. It's been a lot for 8 or 9 years now, but I've helped thousands of folks. And over time, I've been able to let go of what I know to allow bigger and better experiences for you. Again, the concept of angels existing, I understand it's a tall order, and it's a tall order still for some, maybe in the scientific community, what have you. But for the bold ones who are like, nah, I want my answers. I've been working on this gravitational pull theory formula for 5 years now. I could use a little help. Or it's for my cousin. I want to get answers for my cousin, or my health. Or I'm not happy. I need more guidance on my life path. What do? You get concrete action steps. I don't see. You get amazing guidance from beyond the veil, from unconditional love figures who are simply here to help. You do need to set your intent. You do need to own this. You can't go in half pregnant on the whole thing and halfway, I'm not sure if this is real or not. If you can get to my doorstep, normally, you book me and you show up for your appointment. Usually you're ready to go and willing to take the chance. It's going to feel like you're leaping off a cliff, a leap of faith that's really big, but it's this big. It's the same leap of faith, the act of letting go that you do to fall asleep at night, brush your teeth. I mean, very few of us are walking around after having brushed our teeth one evening or one morning and beating ourselves up for the next 2 days over brushing our teeth. We just trust that we know how to drive a car, brush our teeth, fall asleep at night most of the time without even a thought. And that's the key, without even a thought. So this is about more love, more compassion, allowing the universe to come in as it already is to assist you with all your thinking and structure and the stuff you've adopted as real and life. It can greatly help a person get unstuck. And that's really it. I've got 50 plus testimonials. Go to Michael André Ford, that's me, michaelandreford.com. You can stick any label on me that you want, but really I'm just the guy who helps you kind of maneuver your own situation long enough that you can listen, get those answers, get them written down in full detail. The record again was 7, 8, 9 hours from an Australian. I know who she is now. I couldn't remember before. She said hi. I think she got like 47 pages done. It was a long day that day, but she did a great job. You get your hugs, and the hugs become healing as well. Simply allow and ask, and if you don't ask, you don't receive. This is very much in line with the law of attraction, Esther Hicks, the whole how you roll with your vibration. I would argue that the hugs, the answers, are vibrations coming in from the universe. That's why all languages are spoken. Sure, I speak English and a little bit of French, but if you're from India, you get it in Hindi or Telugu. If you're from any other part of the world, you get it in that native dialect even. Angels just know how to speak your language. So this is a lot of fun to do. It requires some allowing. All languages are spoken just the way you need to hear it. So people have done this. 2,000 plus people have done this. There's 50 plus testimonials at michaelandreford.com. There are photos of angels, amazing photos of angels, fairies, and so on. Again, this is just something that it doesn't matter which group of people we're talking about. Publishers, I've yet to meet a publisher that'll even want to see an aura, but yet they'll have online classes for exactly that. Let alone having a stable of experts that represent, Buddha experts, Jesus experts, wellness experts, and so on. Why not go straight to the source, no pun intended, but why not some angels who are able to alter your path, do healing, give you, again, insight. It doesn't even have to be through words. You can close your eyes and have a vision given to you. I love playing around a little bit with angels because you can smell any ocean in the world anywhere as well and just know how to surf with your eyes shut. You could call it guided meditation, but I step out of the way within a minute or so and angels do the rest. I'm literally saying no limits means no limits. Mini miracles all the time, ask and receive. So 3 people who are colorblind have been able to see colors. There's a lot more to it than that. I don't think it really serves anybody here to help them if we put much emphasis on that. But again, people can do this as a group. So short of me levitating, right in front of you right now, photos. People can do it as a group. It's direct experience. All languages spoken. Photos that are static, historical photos. We'll wink, smile, do a shoulder move. Hands will move. Colors that are in light energy form of angels will move, change colors. People as a group can see those photos move. Photos should not be able to move. You get to see angels full on with or without wings. Multiple angels. You can own that. You can have a relative come through. See Uncle Joe who had a heart attack 10 years ago and have him come through in a 2-way conversation. Get your hugs from afar. The more brave you are about it and the more comfortable you are about it, maybe it's taken a lot of life experiences for you to be comfortable. I'm fine with someone who wants to see 5 soccer fields away and the figures are this big. But if you're really comfortable, you can, across the street, right by the tree, across the street, you can see Jesus, Buddha, Kuan Yin, Dull Knife, Red Shirt, Geronimo, Crazy Horse, Black Elk, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, Plato, Seneca, Vishnu, Krishna, Ganesh. You get the idea. So it's a super, super special experience. It's beyond the pale when I look at every one of these books out there, unless you're talking about an indigenous book from around the world. But all of these folks who have penned all these amazing works are getting us all comfortable for what I will call just a little less thinking daily, a little more love, a little more kindness to self, and definitely these days in America, a little more kindness to others. What few people realize is that they're thinking, they're judging. Even if we all know so-and-so is a jerk, by calling them a jerk, we're only creating negativity for ourselves. If you could only see how it works with the thinking, how you treat others, it comes back to you. The golden rule. If someone's complex, you don't have to hang around them. You don't have to give them your focus. You can wish them well on their unique life path and give them positive energy, the space to grow, if that's the situation. So, very interesting service for folks. AndreFord.com. You'll find some fun posts on my personal Facebook page, my business Facebook page. I've got an October 10th event coming up. It's $30 a ticket. There's still a few spots left. I'll just talk online for about an hour or so. There'll be a 40-minute Q&A. But for those showing up, you might get a chance to meet an angel. Though it's less, $18 if you purchase my Listening to Angels book. Normally it's $5 on Amazon. Lately it's been on sale. Amazon put it on sale. So you contact me, see if there's a space left in the event. I say yes, I lock you in. $449 book. You come back to me the $18 price. Yes, you might get a chance to see your energy, auras, whatever you want to call it, the force from Star Wars. I've done this for 3,500 people. It's beautiful. You're already rolling that way. You already see things that way. It's how you get a read on a situation, whether you're an athlete. It's how you're one with the soccer ball. It's how an artist rolls. It's how a singer rolls. When you're letting go and you're in harmony with everybody else. It's how ballerinas flow on stage together. It's, those creative moments as well. It's being in harmony with everything and everyone when you let go to just do whatever it is you do. And I guess that's the bigger message. There's a little more harmony, a little less rat race. Rat race, I know we tend to think of it as, big city life, corporations, stuff like that, the stress of working a 100-hour week or something like that. My Listening to Angels book, it's written by angels. I saw Balls of Light as I was typing, 2014, 2013. And it's a super inexpensive cup of coffee purchase here. $4.49, I believe, on Amazon. $4.99 normally. Very short book. A one-page forward, one-page intro, 4 or 5 pages on how to do it for letting go, listening, getting your answers. A troubleshooting section of 5 pages. And then the more fun part about this book is the appendix. How is any of this possible? Why angels now? What is compassion? Conclusion, maybe it's a page long, and then there's an epilogue by an angel named Dale who coached Nadia Comaneci. If anybody knows Dan Millman, Peaceful Warrior, that gymnastics book, let them know. You can meet his figure from his book, who is an angel, and plenty of people have met by now. You can also meet this other angel who coached Nadia Comaneci. Totally, both of them are fun. They're great coaches for more than just sports, for business, for life, for your personal path. I mean, all angels are good for this. But that epilogue talks about putting life into a metaphor of an undergraduate degree, graduate degree. And the undergraduate degree is very similar to Eckhart Tolle's material, recognizing there's a difference between thinking and the heart. And as soon as that starts to split away, and you're not identifying with your thinking, your roles in life, your job, that you are your job, you're more than your job. You're more than just a dad with 16 kids. You're more than the person who has all the problems and health issues. You're always bigger than what you think you are because you're not your thinking. I like that one. Hopefully there's some people applauding out there when they eventually watch this video. But you always have more opportunity, and there's more around you than you realize. There's more fun to be had, more peace, more harmony, more contentment, more everything. That's good. But so he talks about an undergraduate degree that's just recognizing and being in your heart. Being are 2 different things. Once that splits, you're ready to get learning about your unique. Everybody has one of those, and then you're ready to get living it. Angels are fantastic for helping you with the little things, the big things, helping you feel more at ease. They can alter your path. It's good to learn to ask questions to allow those answers to come through, and to allow for taking action steps for whatever the situation is. It's amazing how much help I've witnessed people get over the last 8 years. I gave this away for free for 7 or 8 years. It still doesn't mean you're always going to get takers. I've been rejected, I'd say 8,000, 9,000 times now, but I've had 2,000 or 3,000, maybe more if you count just seeing your energy. Folks do this. So I'm off the hook. I got 50 plus testimonials from some pretty notable folks. A HeartMath co-founder, people from University of California, 1440 staff, an ex-Essalon senior person. It goes on, and a former Miss USA who's an author, who's a great, I'll call her kind of a talk show radio self-help spiritual expert. She's fantastic. It goes on and on and on. I've been very lucky with these testimonials. They resonate. I've got a great actress in New York who's I believe, doing a testimonial now that should be up on the website soon. I'm excited for that one. So anyone can do this. All languages are spoken. I only speak English and some French. I don't see your answers. I used to go over the answers with everybody. I don't always do that now. I'm more like, hey, what answer would you want to share? No limits means no limits. This is a really hard concept, especially for societal types. If it's the scientific community, they go nuts over this. How can it possibly be you can get any answers to any questions? You just do. Accept it. Get over it. Guts to show up. Put yourself in a place to listen. True listening, actual skill. You get out of what you know, you're thinking the blocks, to just listen. Like, you can't be judging it like, hey, am I doing this right? Or, oh, no, this isn't possible. You're not actually listening. You have to listen. You have to put yourself out there. So you do need to be able to allow for the possibility of life to be bigger than just the human existence, human thinking. And I hope that that is not much of a stretch given how much harm humans do with their thinking all the time. Not trying to judge that. It just means there's tons of opportunity for all of us. We're all doing a lot of thinking, and it's not going away anytime soon. But if anybody really wants to make a difference on this planet, whether we're talking climate change, politics, anything else, remember the whole 3-foot rule. You can control, and I'm going to borrow from Eat, Pray, Love, the movie. You can certainly control the clothes you wear each day, your look, but you can also control your thinking. This much less thinking, I'm borrowing from an angel. 10% less a day is the golden Olympic standard, the Olympic gold medal standard. 10% less thinking. 2 hours a day is about all that is reasonably to let go of. Just a little less thinking a day. And why not go ahead and get all your answers? Have more fun. I still think the number one question is, where should I go on vacation? You'll get a great answer from angels. And then, you can ask where to stay, which tour guide to engage on, any level of detail. It takes some imagination. It's why kids are so amazing. It's why people have stayed kid-like, open in their hearts. Nail this in a heartbeat. Anybody who's doing too much thinking, judging, that's locked down, shut tight like an oyster, good luck, but I'm not going to judge it. Maybe it's that one day a year you're open, or you just had something happen to you. Health crisis. The person next to you just lost them. There are tons of little moments in life that jar us, since everything's constantly changed, that will give us a little window in which we can open up to allow for angels, to allow the help, to feel their love, get tons of love. You're never alone. And if you never used me, but you wanted to start giving it a go and dip the toe in the pool, the proverbial pool, go ahead and just know that you're heard. You have a guardian angel. I'm not trying to sound religious, spiritual, woo-woo-woo, organized in any way. It's looking like I'm taking a solo path on this. All those institutes and all the publishing houses, it looks like I just got to cut my own swath on this. It's a little too much for them to take in and want to do, even if I offered it to 20 people at Hay House, at a Sounds True, at a Simon & Schuster, and so on. Good luck finding takers, because there's a lot of knowing, not a lot of trying and allowing for the actual experts to come in. Tons of books written about Buddha and Jesus and Mary. A little more listening by all, for all, could be had here. That's the opportunity for all of us. So all you have to do is allow for this. You allow angels to come into your world, into your space. These Native American chiefs whose expertise is helping you get from point A to point B on any. An athlete, you need help. Get it. You could be a student. You need help. Get it. You could be a dad, a mom. We're talking roles, or how to reach somebody else in the family. Somebody else is having difficulties. You want to know the right approach. Remember, everyone is on their path, and in a way, everyone's already perfectly good as they are. That's a really hard concept to accept. How could everything be perfect as it is right now? But that is a great one. You can talk to Plato. The original Plato's Cave designer talks about how everyone's up here. You're sitting in a jail cell, or you're sitting in a room looking out the window, and nobody realizes that the jail door is ajar. It's not locked. It's open. Or the door to the room is open. No one wants to look back, get out of their thinking, into their heart, and see a bigger picture. It's hard. Ego's there to help you stay in control. Stick to what you know. Why have everything you know blown out of the water, especially for scientists, and have everything open? Some of the scientists that we all have loved over the decades, centuries, and so on have done exactly this. They've done some listening. I would argue Einstein on his naps got a lot of help from angels. If you've got the guts to show up and be in your heart and take a chance, what's the worst that's going to happen? That everything you know is going to come right back to you half an hour later. Spend half an hour, stay open, and do some listening. Yeah, that's it. You're taking a chance. It's just more love, unconditional love. No one wants to interfere. I don't want to interfere. You'd have to actually want to do it. So you have to set your intent. Just as you would get onto a golf course to play a game of golf, you can't be beating yourself up from hole 1 through 18 saying you're a horrible golfer, doubting everything going to happen. You're going to be shanking that ball. When you're one with the club, one with the environment, one with the golf ball, that's when the hole-in-one happens. No try. Yoda. So, yeah, this is a big topic. Yeah, I'm suggesting a lot out there. But look at it this way. You got the photos. You're off the hook. I'm off the hook. I got the testimonials. People can do it as a group. All languages spoken. Again, short of me levitating in front of you, there's not much to be a broken parrot for the next 40 years. I'm going to be a little old guy on a stage with 700 people outdoors. I'll be doing it outdoors regardless of a pandemic in the future. People can do listening as a group. It's going to be a super silent seminar. I'll tell you dad jokes at the beginning. I'll show you your energy. You can see auras. You can lighten up. You can see kind of the universal life force, Star Wars, the Force. Get your answers. You can ask for a hug and feel a hug. It's that simple. What do you think half the good moments in your life, or all of them, have been about? Or those critical moments where you're at the right place, right time, and it's how you got your first job. Those synchronicities are unlikely to be coincidences. I love The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho. I love Don Miguel Ruiz, The Four Agreements. I've come close a couple times to being able to cross paths with those folks. Would love to if they somehow actually catch this video. Esther Hicks, been to her seminar last year in San Antonio. I just moved here. Would love to chat with her. She does what she does exceptionally well. But at the end of the day, you still have to listen to her. You have to show up, and you are hopefully somehow indirectly blowing out your intuition, your skills, and figuring this all out on your own. Eckhart Tolle, fantastic author, fantastic books. Wow, what has he done for us? Love his audio CDs. Get those. Karl Hammerschlag, love his stuff. Dancing Healers. Dan Millman, want to do a huge shout out to him. Love his Peaceful Warrior book. The movie, 2006, Amy Smart, Nick Nolte. But they've all just set the table. I help you sit at the table and be served by angels, Mary, Jesus, Buddha, Kuan Yin. Literally hundreds of figures. You can meet your passed over relatives. I pull back the veil. It's direct. You need healing? Ask for it. Allow for it. Those hugs become unconditional love that do stuff. We'll leave it at that. So you get your answers, get your hugs. You see point blank. You get your intuition, you get your skill set, whatever you want to call your life skills, your toolbox blown out. You realize you already had the hammer, the screwdriver, the whatever, the balance. You have all of that already pre-existing. It's what will you allow for? So this is a little bit like getting into a pool and you're not really want to get into the pool, you're worried it's too cold, you're at a party, you're dressed a certain way, you don't want to get in. I don't know, there's a million analogies, metaphors here. But I help you get comfortable, whichever metaphor you choose, to turn around in that room and see that the door is open and to walk out. You're going to want to go right back in that room, and that's just unfortunately in our judging of everyone else all the time, nonstop. It could be the school principal, it could be the neighbor, it could be the person you saw on TV on the news, it could be the athlete that we don't like that just failed and they said something horrible on the news. We love to judge. It's what humans do. We don't realize it's negativity. 10% less a day thinking, judging, does worlds of wonder for all of us, for our life path and how we roll consciously and unconsciously, how we vibe out. If we want to talk the vibration thing, maybe we'll talk vibration thing. You get to raise your vibe. Get any answers to any questions, all languages spoken, get it all written down, feel comfortable, take a load off. Tons of people cry. I didn't do it. Didn't cause it. It's by video chat the time these days. You're releasing all the stress that you built up with repetitive thinking. I'm not worthy, it's this, it's that, the person's a jerk. This is about creating more love, harmony, compassion for all of us and allowing our collective conscious and our individual consciousness to grow this much. Baby steps. So Welcome to the concept of angels, compassion, love, life, guides. Tons of angels. Again, I've got the photography. Peek around my website, michaelandreford.com. You'll see photos on my Facebook personal page, my Facebook business page. Yeah, you'd have to look at the posts. There's some great quotes from, different self-help, woo-woo-woo spiritual experts. So they're hopefully just fun posts. Yeah, there's a little bit of testimonials that I jam in here. So my posts tend to be really long, fun quotes, and then I throw in sort of the marketing as well. A man has to eat. So grab me if you want to engage me for 90 minutes. It's $250. I still try to sneak in extra experts, but you meet 6 angels. You meet Mother Teresa, Chögyam Trungpa, the Tibetan Buddhist monk, and Sai Baba from India. But you also meet Dull Knife Redshirt Geronimo, 3 unconditional love spirit guides, Native American chiefs. Absolutely fantastic to talk to. Picture that when you're in their shoes, you have a wide open perspective. You see how things are. We have no privacy. We're not getting judged. You get straight on help better than a McKinsey & Company could do out of New York City, even if you paid them $1 million a day. And you don't have to wait for their report to be generated a year later and then never take any action from a 1,000-page report. Get your answers on the spot. You get concrete action steps. You just need to know how to operate. Pen and paper. That's it. So can you listen? Yes. Can you let go long enough to get those answers? Well, once you get started, you get comfortable. Get those answers. Can you get hugs? Yeah, the first couple are small. Then they get bigger, and then you're like, oh my God, I want my hugs. No hugs from Plato. They're sweaty. Plato's fantastic. Sylvia Brown, like her, just think, when you get to the other side, you reconcile a little bit, get your edges smoothed out a little. Unconditional love. These folks are coming from an unconditional love perspective. They're happy to help. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to show up. You have to be willing to allow for this in the first place. Show up, and then actually ask a question and listen, get your answers, get your hugs, and then the seeing part. I baby step you along the way as well. No one else does this. No one else has the photographs. You can see and do this as a group. This is my life path. Isn't just to help 50 plus figures, but actually to help you meet your own cheerleading squad. You have your own unique group of angels. But if you're not going to allow for the first part, good luck getting to meet your guardian angel and the others and the other guides that are helping you and your passed over loved ones. So literally, this is pulling back the veil. It is so much to allow for that it is hard, again, for the wellness, spiritual, woo-woo-woo religious communities to embrace this just yet. Hopefully down the road, sometime in the next decade or two, this will be more accepted. Okay, well, signing off from San Antonio, Texas, having moved from Austin in the middle of the summer. Love it here for running, hilly, just to let you know I do running. Peek around Amazon.com. If you go to my author profile, Amazon.com/author/ don't use my name, just put the word angels in. You'll go to a lot of my books. I have a book on flowers. I like to grow flowers, shoot flowers. 2 books on class with the camera there. But I also have a small short book, $4.99, Listening to Angels. It's been on sale $49. For my event, again, it's $30 up front, but it's only $18 if you purchase that 49-cent book. So contact me first if you're interested in the event. I'll let you know if you've got a spot. There's only 20 spots for October 10th, 10 a.m. Central. It'll be via Zoom. It'll be an hour of kind of talk, but I'll also do some demo stuff in there. You might be able to see your energy, maybe even meet an angel, and there'll be a 40-minute Q&A afterwards. Just getting used to doing the online format thing, so be patient, but definitely